Hi guys, welcome to our bookworm sanctuary. My name's Bianca, and I basically wanted to give you a quick little rundown of my TBR cart and my TBR shelf of shame. On my Billy bookshelves, I've got 5, and the main 3 on my main wall when you come in are called obviously the main 3, and then I've got 2 others that I call the forgotten shelves. So basically with the forgotten shelves, I have a shelf on the bottom of the bookshelves, and I've basically put books I've recently purchased in the last few months, which is a few, and any other books like ones I haven't read in a very long time and I want to reread them, or I've bought like the continuation of the series, but I want to read the first few books of the series again. So yeah, this is my TBR cart basically, and my TBR shelf of shame. Hello, new angle. So, if I haven't mentioned, do you like my new hair? Got my hair cut yesterday, and she put a bit of a curl through it. So I quite like it. Needed a change, it was just getting too much. And I also ditched the glasses because the ring light is driving me bananas and I don't know what to do about the reflection in my glasses. So for the time being, we'll get rid of the glasses. So this is my TBR card, if you can see. Oops. And I've got some Australia stuff on it and books. So basically with the books up the top here, I have mentioned pretty much all of these. These are on my February TBR, except for Witches Get Stitches. That's not on my TBR, but I kind of do want to read that as soon as possible. I've mentioned A Heart of Blood and Ashes before. I'm like halfway through it, so it's a little annoying that I haven't really gotten into this. Like, everybody seems to love it, but something about it, I don't know what it is, it's boring. But I'm interested to see how it all ends, so I really need to finish that. So that's pretty much the first shelf. Like I said, I've sort of mentioned most of that on my February TBR, but down below here, I'll get a few of them out. So it was a couple of years ago now, but I got Court of Crimson as part of some book box thing I sort of treated myself on. So I got this. It's the first book. It's Reverse Harem. I think it's like young adult. I have read a few pages of it, but for whatever reason I keep putting it down. And then I've got A Court of Frost, which is book 2, and A Court of Crimson. No, sorry, A Court of Midnight, which is book 3. Want to read them. Then I also want to read the 3 books I recently got from El Kennedy. They're short stories. They're not very big at all. But I basically want to read One Night of Scandal, One Night of Sin, and One Night of Trouble. And I also want to read A Night Circus, or The Night Circus. This bloody book was on my TBR last January. Still haven't read it. I'm going to read this book this year if it freaking kills me. Remind me, have you read The Night Circus yet, Bianca? My answer will probably be no, but I'm going to read it. I also picked up TJ Klune, The House in the Cerulean Sea. I really want to read, I'm not sure what the series is called, but his Wolf Song and Raven Song, and there's a couple of others I can't remember, but I want to read that series. But I saw this for next to nothing, and I thought, why not? So I want to read that. And then I've picked up a few contemporary. I'm not usually a huge contemporary reader. Everyday life sort of bores me, unless they're like a rock star, a billionaire, or something. By the way, if you can hear construction, I'm really sorry. I think the neighbours are up to stuff. But I got The Hating Game. So with The Hating Game, all I know about this one, it's an office romance, very popular. Lots of people seem to love it. I think it's a movie as well, so I want to read that. Spoiler alert, I've actually already read some pages of this, and I'm hoping it was just the mood I was in and not the book itself, but I didn't particularly enjoy those few pages I read, so, but I do want to read this. I want to sit down and try to read it anyway, or be an effort for real. And then I got The Love Hypothesis, which is a Star Wars fanfic thing. Look, I've heard mixed reviews about this. People either love it or hate it. I'm hoping I'll be in the love category, or at least liked it. So that's The Love Hypothesis. I can't speak English. The Love Hypothesis. And then on my bottom shelf of my TBR cart is just a couple of teddies and my reading glasses. But that's about it on the TBR cart. So we'll move this over and we'll talk about this. So can you see me? So this is the TBR shelf of shame, basically. So with this one, I have just extra books that I can't really fit on my book cart, and part of me sort of does want to put them back on like the main shelves or over here in the forgotten shelves, wherever I decide they belong for the good, because I am running out of room. So, but that is what it is. But anyway, I've got this, A Touch of Stone and Snow, book 2 of that one. Look, basically I want to finish the first one so I can read this. Heard mixed reviews about this one though, so I don't know. But I do want to read it. I bought it, for fuck's sake, so I want to read it. Then I also got, I don't know if this is a contemporary or not. It's a lesbian romance. Or is that called sapphic? But anyway, I think this is two women who meet on a train. And one of them, I think, is time travel-esque, sort of. Old Loves from the 70s, I think. I really don't know much about this other than two girls meet on a train, they fall in love, and there's other stuff going on. Then I want to read Undercover Bromance. I actually read the Bromance Book Club sometime last year. I quite enjoyed it. It was a little cheesy, the books the men read in their book club are a little bit too much on the nose on what's going on in their lives. Like, unfortunately, life is not like a book as much as we'd all love it to be. It isn't. So that sort of aspect bothers me a little bit of these books, or that book. I have heard it does that. Like, the books that they read in their book club are very much parallel to what's going on in their life. So, if that made sense. But yeah, so book 2. I don't remember who this one's about. Braden and Liv. So I don't know anything about this. I just want to read it basically and see what happens. So Undercover Bromance. So with these books too, I really, really want to read them this year. I'm usually pretty bad with TBRs and things like that. So hopefully I'll do better. So I've got some more Catherine Moon. I want to read The Baker's Guide to Risky Rituals. It's a Sweet Pea book 1. No idea. It's Catherine Moon, reverse harem. No idea what it's about. Same with this one. Catherine Moon, Command the Moon, reverse harem. No idea what it's about. Want to read it though. This one, I think I had it on my January or even my December TBR. I really wanted to read this, and I still do. When I went to pick it up, I noticed, which is really nice, straight away they warn you about the trigger warnings in this. So, which I really appreciate, but it also sort of made me a little bit apprehensive because I'm now sort of, but yeah, so it sort of made me a little bit apprehensive because now I'm not sure if I want to read it. I think it mentioned something about assault and rape. So I'm not sure. So I sort of talked myself out of reading it because I was sort of like, oh, this is going to be a huge thing, so I've got to be in the right mental space for it. Want to read this? S. Young's also known as Samantha Young. She writes the True Immortality books, and I really loved them. So, and more contemporary, or I think this is contemporary. I think Old Mate is the son of the president and some son of, I think, the British royals or some royal, something like that. Anyway, I think this is MM. Yeah, that's all I pretty much know. Just got a message, sorry, trying to figure out what that said. Anyway, Red, White, Royal Blue. Want to read that? More books. So, Serena Bowen, funnily enough, I really enjoy Serena Bowen's books. I got into her books because of Elle Kennedy. I read her Out of Uniform series, love them. And then I read the Him and Us duology with that little novella. Can't remember what that novella's called, but anyway, there's like 3 books in the series. And it's about Jamie and Wes, and they're the best romances I have ever read. They're just so fantastic. Anyway, those 2 or 3 books really got me into Serena Bowen a bit, and I was like, I really like Elle Kennedy, and I quite like this Serena Bowen. I'm going to check her out. And I did. So Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy did the WAG series, which is kind of like a spin-off of the Him and Us series, hockey romances. And they're just straight romances, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, really enjoyed them. Fantastic. Hilarious. Then I read Serena Bowen's Brooklyn Bruisers books. I read the first 4 books in that series. So I want to read, I want to read Overnight Sensation, which I think is like book 5 or something. Or look, it's really kind of confusing, but basically I want to read this one. I think this is from memory about Heidi, who was Rebecca's assistant. So yeah, want to read that one. And Serena Bowen also has the True North series, and I actually saw Brie from In Love and Words talk about it. So I was like, got to pick up the True North series. So I picked up them, and I've read Bittersweet and Steadfast. So I want to read Keepsake and Bountiful. So look, I don't know too much about these. I assume they continue on with the orchard farming business with Old Mate, but I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, want to read those 2. And then I also want to read Patricia Briggs. So this one is Shifting Shadows. I believe these are just some short stories from her Mercy Thompson world. Mercy Thompson is an urban fantasy, and Mercy's a coyote shifter, and it's, really cool. Anyway, these are some short stories from there. I want to read this. I think I picked it up from my $2 shop. Saw it and was like, why not? And then Mercy Thompson series has a spin-off, the Cry Wolf series with Anna and Charles. And I've already read the first 3 books of that and quite enjoyed them. And so I want to read Dead Heat, Burn Bright, and Wild Sign. So I want to read those 3. And then I want to read Audrey Carlin's Body, Mind, and Soul. Very shiny. Because basically I want to read Life and Fate. So with these books, the first 3 is a trilogy about, I believe it's contemporary, but anyway, old love. I can't remember her name. What was her name? So basically with these, it's about Gillian and Chase. And it's the first 3 books are about them. Watch the trigger warnings for these. It does go into, by book 3, stalkers, abduction, not nice stuff, but not too bad really. But anyway, I want to read these 3 again because I picked up Life and Body pretty cheaply. Sorry, Life and Fate pretty cheaply. Just took myself out. But yeah, I want to read these because I just do. So that was a quick little book cart TBR shelf for shame run through. Basically with my books, I don't really have an idea of what they are about until I sort of read them. I like to go into them blind. But let me know what you're reading or what you have on your TBR shelf or cart or whatever. Let me know what's the longest book that's been on your TBR cart and haven't read yet. I'm going to kill this if I don't read it soon. It's not that I don't want to read it, I just haven't got there yet. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you want to. And I shall catch you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.